Hello folks, and welcome to another training with Physician Services Incorporated. So today folks, we are talking about collection rules. Now please keep in mind, not following the rules can result in a refusal. Okay, so maybe the rules really aren't that scary to begin with. However, they are super important, and so we need to get through these together, one at a time. Here we go. Participants need to remain in the building after they have checked in until the collection is complete. If they leave for whatever reason, cigarette, phone call, etc., the collection is done for that day and they must come back another day. Cell phones are not allowed during the collection. No pictures, no photos, for obvious reasons, right? Put them away. Running water is not allowed. Sure, some places will let you do it, however, per our internal policy, we do not. I have a feeling I should explain this a little bit more. Running water during the active specimen collection is prohibited. Of course, water is available before the collection to wash hands with soap and water, and after, again, to wash hands with soap and water. But once again, water during the active specimen collection is prohibited. Now, once the participants are called to the back to do the collection, please do the following. And sure, these next ones really aren't numbered, but they're still rules because they are all just as equally important. Now, have the participant empty their pockets of all their items. That includes notebooks, that includes pens, papers, whatever it is, out of the pockets, and have it put away to the side. Any excess clothing, jackets, sweaters, vests, cardigans, bulletproof vests, capes, whatever it is, if it's excess clothing, take it off. Now, all those belongings you took out of their pockets, that can be joining their cell phones, purses, fanny packs, backpacks, etc., and put it away in a designated area. This really is super important and super obvious, but yes, have the participant wash their hands with soap and water. Please. Now, for men, please, pants and underwear need to be pulled down to mid-thigh, and shirts need to be above the waistline. That's right, we will be able to see everything. Now, for females, upon starting the UA collection itself, please have the participant urinate a little bit first, hold midstream as much as possible, then finally the participant will place the cup underneath themselves to collect the remaining urine. So, a little bit more clarification on this. The main reason we have a female participant sit down, start to urinate, hold midstream, just to proceed after they're given a cup, is, well, because to try to prevent cheating as much as possible. Some of these devices that are inserted into the female body contain either synthetic urine or someone else's urine, and once they are popped, they deploy the entire specimen at one time. And typically, they can't be made to stop and then proceed again like a normal human bladder would. Also, folks, keep an ear out for unusual sounds. Some of these cheating devices, once they are popped, they will rush out the entire contents in one sitting, right? So it'll sound fairly loud. The human bladder doesn't really operate that way, right? It'll go at a steady stream, so it should sound more like a steady stream rather than like a fire hose or a bucket. So keep an ear out. And yes, collectors are to view the specimen coming out of the body and into the specimen collection cup, right? Which is why it's called an observed collection. Now, as soon as you take your participant into the restroom and close the doors, time starts. Participants have 4 minutes to produce a specimen. That's right, 4 minutes. Participants are to watch their specimen be poured into the specimen transport tubes and witness the transport bag be sealed, unless you are an internal PSI location, in which case, after the tubes are sealed, please put them in the appropriate racks. As a collector, you must make sure the chain of custody is properly filled out and the specimens are properly sealed. Now, these rules are super important. Do not take them as suggestions, for they are all just as equally important and vital to the entire process. But see? That wasn't so bad, was it? I mean, it could have been way worse. Thank you ever so much for joining me today on this video. We'll see you next time with PSI, Physician Services Incorporated.